Hi, it's Congresswoman Jan Schakowsky, and I'm back this week with my pans and plans. And what a week it has been. Prompted by the horrifying murder of George Floyd that we all saw on television, the whole world saw. Demonstrations have been taking place all over the country. But really, it is in some ways the culmination for African Americans of 400 years of slavery, of oppression, of discrimination in so many different ways that and joining with our brothers and sisters have been people of all colors and races and ages. For the peaceful protesters, it's been a really beautiful thing. Of course, there were people who wanted to take advantage of it in terms of the looting, and others that just wanted to stir up problems by acting with violence. But I think we all need to just concentrate on the millions and millions of Americans who believe it is time to do something about the police violence against African Americans. Every young man has been taught by his parents, every African American young man, how to behave if you are somehow confronted for any reason by the police. And I think enough is enough. That's what you're hearing out there. And so this coming week, you're going to see a package of bills that the Congress is going to work on, that the Democrats are going to put together and hopefully soon pass in the House of Representatives. But I wanted to list for you some of the many bills that that have been introduced in recent days, but also before, to address this many hundred year discrimination. And I hope that a number of them will, in fact, be in the package. I'm a sponsor of every single one of them. There's H Resolution 288 by Representative Ayanna Pressley, one of our superstar freshmen and a great friend of mine. A resolution condemning police brutality, racial profiling, and the excessive use of force. That resolution, I'm hoping, will be part of the bill. And then there's another resolution that Barbara Lee has introduced, Congresswoman from California, urging the establishment of the United States Commission on Truth, Racial Healing, and Transformation. And isn't that what we all need right now? And then there's Hank Johnson, who has a number of bills. H.R. 5777 gives the Department of Justice jurisdiction to bring charges against an officer if a state fails to do that in order to bring justice. And then there's another one by Hank Johnson that would condition federal grant money on the elimination of cooling off periods for police officers charged with misconduct. A way to make sure that justice comes in time so that the use of a cooling off period doesn't delay it. And then Representative Hakeem Jeffries, who is the chairman of our Democratic caucus, his legislation, H.R. 4408, would make choking and pressure to a person's throat or windpipe illegal. How about it? Unlawful under federal civil rights. And then Tim Ryan from Ohio has a bill, H.R. 2329, requiring the Department of Justice to create an immersive, real-life scenario-based training session for all police. I could go on and on, page after page of bills that have been introduced, not all just this week, as a result of the incidents that we've seen. These are things that we have wanted to do for a long time, ending racial profiling. Representative Jackson Lee, HR 4339, which he's had on, trying to move that. Ending racial profiling is so incredibly important. And, you know, so as I said, these are all bills that have been introduced to address a problem that everyone now has seen in the most dramatic possible ways. You probably saw the video of a 75-year-old man being pushed down by the police, falling to the concrete on the street, blood coming out of his ear. He was immobile, and none of the police that walked by stopped to even see how he was. The police that pushed him just moved on. So we have work to do, but I feel optimistic. I really feel optimistic that there's an opening now. That now that everyone has seen it, has heard it, has talked to people about it, and has been, and so many people have just been offended, black and white, that I do believe that you're going to see some action. And it ought to be happening soon, because we're expecting that a bill is going to be drafted this Monday and moving through the Judiciary Committee. So I hope I'll have really good news for you next week, and I'll see you then. Thank you. Thank you for watching my video. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, where my handle is @Jan Schakowsky.